Hi, everyone, and welcome to our Yoga for Everybody session today. My name is Skyla Ramirez. Let's get up. Let's get started. Let's find ourselves in a comfortable standing position, keeping the feet at about the width of the pelvis bone. So if we look at the edges of our feet, the edges of the feet will be in alignment with the edges of our hips. It may look like the feet or the legs are a little more narrow than hips width. Shake out your knees, roll those shoulders down and back. Inhale, fly the arms up towards the sky and reach it up with the fingertips extended. As you exhale, turn the palms forward and start to press out to the sides of the body, pressing into the sides of your thighs. Keeping the knees soft, inhale, fly the arms up and overhead. Press the palms, palms forward. Exhale, press it down and out. Big inhale in through the nose. Exhale from your throat. Relax the jaw. Let's do two more like that. Inhale. Exhale, relax your jaw. One more. And exhale, relax the jaw. From here, inhale, arms come up and overhead. On the exhale, reach the arms forward. Turn the palms up, keeping those fingertips out really, really wide. And you can even reach the fingertips down towards the floor. Push with the heels of your hands, having a nice angle in the wrist. Hopefully this can counter any pressure from typing or sitting at our computer today. Let's push the hips back as we press the hands forward into chair. Inhale, take those arms from the side, up and overhead. Press the hands together. Exhale, flip the palms, push the hips back. Two more. Inhale, reach it up. Flip the palms. Exhale, push the hips back. One more. Big inhale. Flip the palms and push those hips back. Inhale, bring the arms up and overhead. Let's press the palms down in towards your heart and chest. From here, step your left foot back and bend the right knee. Open up, pulling those elbows back behind your ribs. Inhale, straightening both legs. We're reaching the arms straight up and overhead. Palms forward. Exhale, pull the elbows in again. And maybe even lean forward just a little bit. Inhale, reach it up. Exhale, palms forward, pull it in. Two or three more with the option to close the eyes, working more with balance while we also work on strength. Big inhale. Exhale, bring it down. Hold it in the down position. Put both hands down on your left leg. Take your left hand to your left hip. And as you inhale, twist towards the left, pressing your right shoulder over that left leg. So you have your right leg back, left leg forward, reaching across, creating a twist. Push into the inside blades of the feet with this twist. At any point, straighten your left leg so that this becomes a twisting triangle expression. And it might really dig into the outer parts of your hips with that stretch. Look over that left shoulder. Maybe even reach the left arm out away from your back, straightening out that left hand. Both legs straight, left arm extended. Option to open the palm of your right hand and just slide it down the outside of that left thigh. Big inhale, breathe and reach. Exhale, relax a little bit. Let's take that left hand to the left hip. Right hand onto the left thigh, bend the left knee. Slowly come up and out of that twist, facing center. So we're holding with that right leg back and left knee bent. Circle your elbows back 3 times. Inhale. Exhale. Circle back. Press it back with the elbows. Pull the shoulder blades together. Circle this time and lace the fingers behind your back, or maybe put the hands on your hips. 3 chest expansion movements. Big breath into the center chest. Exhale, relax. 2 more. Last one. From here, step to neutral. Feet are at the width of the pelvis bones. Let's reset with chair. Arms overhead. Flip the palms forward. Push the hips back. Inhale. Flip the hands. Push the hips back. One more. Big breath in. Flip the wrist and push back. Inhale. Bring it up. Hands come down to the heart. Let's step our left foot back. Casual stride. Bending the right knee. Open up the hands. Pull the elbows back behind the ribs. Holding cactus arms. On the next inhale, both arms come up. Both legs are straight. On the exhale, pull it down. Bending that front knee. So you're creating almost a rocking motion with the body. Inhale, bring it up. Exhale, pull it down. One more. Inhale, bring it up. Exhale, pull it down and hold it in the down position. Let's take our left hand across to that right leg, right hand onto the right hip, creating a small twist over to the right, perhaps even straightening our right leg. So we'll have both legs straight as we tilt our tailbone back and drop through the chest and spine, keeping the spine long, keeping a lift in the chest and the heart. Option to extend that right arm back behind us in our expression of a twisting triangle. Inhale, big breath. Maybe opening up the palm of the left hand and keeping that left hand outside the right leg, or slide it to the side of the knee, maybe even down a little more. No matter where we go with this, just making sure the head is higher than the heart. The heart is higher than the hips. Looking back towards our right fingertips, strengthening the neck. One more big inhale. Exhale, go ahead and bring that hand to the hip. Bend the front knee. Bring that left hand onto the right thigh. Push up. Both hands coming onto the hips. Let's circle the elbows back 3 times. Inhale. Exhale. 2 more. Now 1 more circle, taking it into chest expansion. Inhale, open. This time we can lace the fingers behind us or put the hands near the hip, maybe even heels of hands onto the buttocks. Keeping that right knee bent, left leg straight, push into the left heel. 1 big inhale, pull open the ribs, and then drop. Working on healthy digestion, big inhale. If you haven't had anything to eat yet, this contraction is helping to work down any old, stagnant food that is maybe undigested. 1 more, big breath. And exhale. From here, relax the hands. Let's step forward, shake out the knees, and shake out the feet. Take the feet out wider than your hips now into a standing straddle position. So if you find wherever hip width is for your body, maybe just pivot heel to toe 2 times out. And that's going to be more than enough to get the health benefit out of this stretch. From our standing straddle, we're pressing our hips back, bringing our left hand across to the right thigh. As we are twisting towards the right, push your left hip back. So another way to say it is, as we twist towards the right, push your right hip forward, left hip back. Let's look over the right shoulder, maybe even drop down a little more to feel that stretch across the low back, wrapping around the hip, even feeling that stretch all the way down into our legs, perhaps even into the feet. When you're ready, slowly push up, come to center, keeping the hips squared, neutral, and stable. Hands by the hips, push the hips back, slide the hands down onto the thighs, taking our right hand across to our left thigh, left hand to the left hip, As we twist to the left, press your right hip back, or as we twist to the left, push your left hip forward. So it's left hip forward, right hip back to keep the hips squared, working with a dynamic twist back with that right hip while we twist that left shoulder back. Holding here, just one more easy breath. When we're ready to come up, we slowly walk the hands to the thighs and start to come up. Let's lift our left toe, pivot on the heel, turning your left toe out, maintaining what we call heel to heel alignment. That means that the heels are not moving at all. If you were to drag your left foot back, it would touch your right heel. Let's bend that left knee, reach the arms out, palms facing down, holding warrior two. Look over your left fingertips and think about sending your breath just past the fingertips. Focus the gaze, big inhale, watching the breath, maybe even as if you're blowing bubbles, or even better, imagine you're trying to blow up a balloon. So this is going to create a different type of pressure in the trunk of the body. Big inhale. Make bubbles in your cheeks and imagine you're blowing up a balloon. One more. Let's reach out, keeping that bend in the left leg. Lower your left hand to your left thigh. Let's turn the right thumb down, and we're going to circle down and around. Big circles with the right hand. Adding in a nice big breath with this. We inhale as we lift. Exhale as the arm comes down. Sweep and inhale. Exhale back. Two more. Last one, big sweep. From here, let's reach up, straight up with that right hand, like you're holding on to 100 helium balloons. Maybe straighten your left leg, keeping the left hand on the left thigh. Reach up with the right hand. Option to slide your hand past the knee joint, no pressure on the knee. We could put pressure on the shin or the thigh. And if our body permits today, slide the hand down a little more, maybe slide the hand to your ankle. Just make sure there's no pressure on the knee joint at all. This is our traditional triangle pose. So we warmed up today with a twisting triangle. Now we're moving into this traditional expression, opening up the side of your hip. Let's all bend that left knee. Slowly come up, warrior two. Look over the left fingertips again. Turning our left toe in, pivot on the heel, right toe out for warrior two. Bending the right knee, reaching through the fingertips. Let's look over the right hand. Steady the gaze. Maybe close the eyes and you can actually look through the mind's eye over your right hand. Inhale in through your nose, exhale, blowing a balloon. It could even be a sigh of relief. One more big breath. Let's reach out with that right hand. Lower the right hand to the thigh, keeping that healthy bend in the right knee. We can reach straight up with the left hand, holding it right here. Or maybe begin to straighten just a little bit. So before we do those big circles with our hand, you can allow your knee to have a little bit more play in it. You can change the angle of that right leg at any time. So it doesn't have to stay bent or straight. It could be somewhere in between. Let's lower that left thumb down. Circle it around. Nice big circles. Exhale down. Inhale, lift. Big sighs of relief. Big exhale. Big inhale. One more big breath in. Hold it up. Option to straighten that right leg a little more, maybe slide the hand past the knee, avoiding any pressure on that knee joint, pressing the palm of the right hand into the right shin, or maybe lower down a little more, so maybe that right hand pushes into your right ankle. Reaching up with the left hand, big inhale, exhale in place, just one more. When you're ready, bend your right knee. Slowly push off the leg. Come up to warrior two, reaching out the fingertips. Let's bring our hands onto the hips, turning that right toe forward. We're just going to simply inch those feet in, touching the toes, keeping a little space between the heels. Now, if you have on tennis shoes, maybe even some sort of a work boot, sometimes your heels will touch because the soles of the shoes stick out. But the main thing is, if we look at our feet, the edges of the feet would be flush with a yoga mat or with an imaginary wall. So we just want to see that those edges of the feet are straight forward. Let's inhale, both arms overhead. Exhale, palms come into the center of the chest. Push the hips back. And as we push those hips back, we'll begin to introduce a little twist over to the right. Roll your right shoulder back, twisting to the right. Imagine you're trying to pass that left elbow over your right thigh. Now we're twisting the rib cage to the right. Twist your hips to the left. To do this, you're pressing your left hip back, maybe even push your left knee back. Press your right hip forward. Hips are swiveling left, rib cage swiveling right. Coming down a little lower, we can open the left hand, palm open across on that right leg, and we can reach back with the right hand or reach it up a little more into a twisting chair. Inhale, breathe into that upper right lung. Exhale in place. Two more, big breath. Exhale, as you inhale, keep that twist. Left hip back, right shoulder back. One more. And exhale, both hands to the thighs. Let's walk those hands to neutral. Bend the knees, bend the elbows, push back through the hips. Keeping the hips where they are. Straighten your arms, hinging at the belly into a standing cow. Inhale here. Exhale, bend the elbows. Straighten the legs and drop your chest and head. Shake it out. Let's bend our knees, straighten the arms, pushing the hips back, deep belly hinge. Exhale, straighten the legs and drop the chest. We have one more like that. Bending our knees, straightening the arms, propping up that hinge in the middle back, that part of our spine that can actually begin to deform if we sit a lot. If we don't actively strengthen it, it can compromise our posture as we age. Straighten the legs and relax. From here, let's slowly bend those knees. Bend the elbows, lift the back a little bit, and now walk the hands up. Shake off your legs, shake off the feet. All right, we have that chair twist on the other side, touching our toes together. Maybe there's a little space between the heels. Maybe the toes are touching. The main thing is that the edges of the feet would be flush to a wall beside us or to a yoga mat. Let's inhale the arms overhead. Big breath in. Press the palms together. Pull the thumbs down into the center of the chest. And as you're ready, keeping those knees soft, start to drop your hips back and twist to the left. As you twist over to the left, we're going to counter that twist with the rib cage by twisting the hips back to the right. So you're basically doing this motion with your body. It's a good old-fashioned twist, or sometimes we even call it a corkscrew type motion. Twist to the left, push the right hip back, maybe even push your right knee back. in order to correct that pelvis alignment, getting a bigger twist here. Option to open your right hand across that left thigh. Keep lifting the chest and flipping the hips back. Option to extend that right arm out. Thumb is facing up, shaking hands. Maybe bring it up a little more. Breathe into the upper left lung. 2 more big breaths. Wringing out those kidneys, wringing out the spine, wringing out the lungs. When you're ready, bring it to center. Bring the hands onto the thighs. We're going to just begin to contract the gut, straightening our arms, rolling those shoulders back. Inhale in place. Bend the elbows, straighten the legs, and drop your head and chest. Shake it out. We have 2 more like that to actively contract the belly and intestines. Bending the knees, straightening out the arms, pressing those shoulders back. Big inhale. Exhale, straightening the legs and dropping the chest. Just 1 more. When you're ready, bend the knees, straighten the legs, shoulders press back, straighten the legs, exhale, and relax your head and neck. To safely come out of this, let's bend our knees. Elbows are bent, push into the legs, come up about halfway, and now slowly walk those hands all the way up. All right, let's work just a little bit on left and right brain function. We've been doing it already, but we're going to make a little more concentrated effort at this time. Open the palms of the hands. Let's touch our toes together and lift your left heel. Just lift the left heel, keeping the front of the foot on the ground. Let's bring the palms up in front of us, palms facing up. Keep pushing your right hip back and start to twist over to the left with both hands. Let that left arm go way back behind you. Keep pushing your right hip forward. Twist it back. Oh, I apologize. Push your left hip forward, your right hip back. Bring it to center, both legs straight. From here, let's slowly bend our right knee, twisting over to the right, reaching back with your right hand, pressing your left hip back. So the twist has opposing energies in it. Both arms are sweeping to the right while your hips are twisting, rotating to the left. Let's bring it to center. We're going to add on to this, bending the left knee, sweep it to the left, and now maybe try to lift your left toe off the ground with that twist. Hold it, hold it, hold it. Just 2 more easy breaths. Step both feet down, twist your arms to the right, peel up the right heel, and then maybe lift that right foot. Reach back a little more with the hands. Press your right hip forward. 1 more big breath. And now bring it to center. And relax. Shake off your arms and your legs. We have just a couple more minutes to go. In these couple minutes, find yourself in any comfortable standing or seated position for our acupressure for the month. We're taking our hands in front of us. Hold on to your left thumb. Then bring your hands up over it. So we have my right hand. I'm right-handed. I'm holding on to my left thumb. And then my left fingers are going to go over the flat part of my knuckles on the right hand. Let's press the right thumb into your index, middle, and ring finger. So this is how it looks if I turn away from you. This is how it looks right here. Let's see if I can get that into view. So I'm holding on to my left thumb with my right hand. If you're looking at your hand, this would be your left fingers and your right thumb. And then that's going to be facing you. Sitting nice and tall or standing at attention with the breath. Lower your chin. Take in a big inhale from your belly up to your heart. And now exhale from your throat. Start to exhale like you're fogging a mirror. One more. To close, we press both palms together. Imagine that you have a sweet pea in the very middle palm of your hands and you don't want to squish it. So we're going to make a little pocket of air by pulling the knuckles away, cradling that sweet pea in the palm of the hands. Push into your fingertips. Stand tall, keep those elbows and shoulders relaxed. Let's try a double inhale, double exhale. 3 more. And now just relax. Let those shoulders relax. Thank you everyone for joining me today. Remember, Tuesdays and Thursdays meditation, Wednesday hybrid class, total body reset. Y'all have a great day. Keep breathing.